everybody, welcome to another video of Gingy Bread Gaming.
That's it, we're back. We're back for our second video. We thought it would be done a lot sooner, but we've got there. We've managed to do it, haven't we, mate? So, today, what have we got in store for them, Noah?
We've got in store that we're gonna review. Different retro games, and actually on the highlighted consoles of our channel.
Ooh. So, we will start with Noah's review. Noah, what game are you going to review today?
I am reviewing Super Mario Land for the Nintendo Gameboy.
Nice.
I picked this selection because I thought it's a really good and classical game.
Yeah.
And to be fair, for an old game, animation's actually quite good. So,
okay, well, without further ado then, let's get Noah's review underway with one of our classic cutaways.
Super Mario Land was released on the Game Boy in 1989 by Nintendo. It was the first Mario game on a handheld console. Actually, what I thought about the game was I thought it was pretty good. The levels were pretty good, but the levels were a bit short. So that's the only thing I didn't like about it. Everything else was amazing. But I also think that having 12 levels is kind of good because each level is harder than the last. So yeah, pretty good idea for a Nintendo game, if I do say so myself. Okay, so welcome back after that cutaway. If you have still hung around.
I hope you have, because otherwise they wouldn't be able to hear this, would they?
No.
If they haven't hung around, and if you're saying thanks for hanging around people who've left, they wouldn't hear it.
No.
So anyway, sorry, Noah.
Okay, so as you've seen, I just did a review on this classical game on the Game Boy. It's pretty good. So I give it 4 Gingy Freckles out of 5.
Oh, okay. What did it lose to Gingy Freckle for?
It lose to Gingy Freckle.
Oh, wait a minute. Gingy Freckles are our rating system.
Yeah.
So they are your standard 1 to 5, but it's based on a ginger perspective.
Yeah,
so yeah, Noah's got ginger freckles. I never developed any. So yeah. Have I got any?
It's okay, Dad. You'll have some.
Maybe one day when I'm a bigger boy.
Okay.
Anyway, 4 out of 5 ginger freckles. So why didn't it get 5 out of 5?
Only because the game was a bit short. It only had 12 levels. Like usual Mario games only have like 30 levels.
They have a lot more, don't they?
Yeah,
usually.
A lot more.
Okay.
So basically, I don't think anything else is wrong with it. Only that it's kind of short. But I can tell that they were doing their best at the time of the making.
Fair enough. So, would you recommend people buy that game if they're looking to get a Game Boy?
Oh, totally, yeah. This is one of my favourite games on the Game Boy, if not my favourite.
Okay, fair play. What level did you get up to? Well, you played it for what, like 3 or 4 days?
Yeah, I got my highest I got up to was level 4.
Okay, so World 2.
Yeah, I think having 12 worlds is actually quite good because the worlds do get harder.
And it makes it achievable, so you can get quite far without having to do too much work, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wicked. Well, we will now move on to my review. We're going to do 2 reviews for the price of 1. How good's that?
Yeah.
You don't get that anywhere else. And one thing I need to pick up on what Noah said. Noah calls these classical games. I call them childhood games because nothing makes me feel older than calling my own games retro games. I feel like I'm about 55. Sorry if you're 55, by the way. Anyway, so
39.
I'm not even 39. I'm 38. Christ, give me an extra year, mate. So my review is going to be on the much loved Zelda, A Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. So this is the first delve into Zelda on the Game Boy. I'm playing on a Game Boy Advance because I'm posh. I'm joking, I'm not posh in the slightest. It's just I've got really bad eyesight, and that's got a backlit screen that hasn't, so I can't even see it. So yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do a cutaway.
Okay, so Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. It's a 1993 action-based adventure game developed and published by Nintendo for the Game Boy. It's the 4th installment of the Zelda series, or the Legend of Zelda series, and the first for a handheld console. Now, first of all, it is not on the land of Hyrule or Hyrule, however you say it, and does not feature Zelda or the Triforce Relic, but that doesn't matter because we've still got Link. This time he's stranded on Colorlint Island, a place guarded by a whale-like deity called the Windfish. Now you, as I say, you're the role of Link. You fight monsters, you solve puzzles, and you search for 8 musical instruments that will awaken the sleeping Windfish. Sounds weird. It is a little bit weird, but it works really well. Now, I think it opened to lots of critical acclaim. People concerned about how it was going to port over to the Nintendo, but it did an amazing job. The game itself is split over hundreds and hundreds of different screens, making use of the Game Boy's hardware. Each screen involves either a little puzzle or some sort of monsters to beat. It lasts for hours. There's 8 dungeons altogether, which I think, again, is a fantastic number of things to achieve on a Game Boy, and it's well worth taking a look. Now, you can pick these up for next to nothing, so it's definitely worth getting this as part of your collection if you don't have it already. And if you've never played it already, then I suggest that you get involved. That was my review of the fantastic Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. I play it on the Game Boy Advance because I've got terrible eyesight and this has got a backlight screen, so I can see it a lot better.
Shout out to my mum because she bought him that.
Yeah, shout out to his mum because she bought me this 20 years ago. Anyway, the game itself, like I said, fantastic game. Really enjoyed playing it. It's a bit of a throwback for me because I played it years ago when I was younger, but it just seems to be just as good as it was back then. So my rating for that game would be 5 out of 5 Gingy Freckles. So yeah, I've gone 5 out of 5 early on in the series. I've shown my cards there, haven't I? But if it's a game, I'd say it's suitable for someone who's sort of like 6, 7 years old and above, because a bit younger than that, I think it's a bit too difficult in some aspects. There might be some little kid geniuses out there who do it, mightn't there? Yeah, but I think it's quite...
Kid president.
Kid, I don't even know who that is, but it might be there. So, yeah, I'd sort of aim for, 6 and above would be a perfect age range to go for that. And with Zelda, they do always attract a premium, the Zelda games. So you're probably looking between sort of £5 to £8 you'd be able to pick this up for as a loose cartridge. So it's not too bad. Now, yeah, so Noah, tell us a bit more about our next video then. What's coming up? Our
next video is probably going to be another review video or an unboxing video.
Oh, unboxing. You know what we could unbox?
Yeah.
The other day, Noah and I, basically, should we tell them about how we get a lot of our retro gaming stuff?
How we get a lot of our retro gaming stuff is either through like eBay, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
We haven't owned these all of our lives. I've owned this since I was 7 because Dad's best friend Bobby gave it to me.
Yeah.
And
I won that since I was like 19 because his mum bought it for me. But what we find, the best places to go are Facebook Marketplace by far, because people generally put stuff on there they don't really want, they want to get rid of it. If you go on eBay, then eBay attracts a premium, I believe anyway, because there's a lot more people, a lot bigger audience perhaps for the stuff.
Yeah, but the only thing you have to be aware about is that some people will say like £0, but then it'll be like $44.95 shipping.
Yeah, watch out for those sort of scammers, but you don't really find that too much. No. Or just make sure if you're getting some bits and pieces, it might be from China and it might take like 70 days to come. So I ordered a case for an old Game Boy Advance SP.
But believe me, everybody, it's worth the wait. Honestly,
we don't know yet because it still hasn't come. So we ordered it. I ordered it the same time as I ordered my Super Famicom one, which is like 2 weeks ago. Don't do that; you scratch the screen. 2 weeks ago, and it still hasn't come. But from China, things take forever. So my big tip is Facebook Marketplace all the way. You don't get a lot of stuff on there, but when you do, you get bargains. Like I picked up one of these that was a bit scratched a couple of weeks ago for £18 delivered with 8 games. So that's pretty good. That's like the price of a couple of pints and a meal, perhaps. Not if you live in London. Anyway, so that'll be our next video unboxing that. Do you think?
Unboxing all of those packages. Yeah.
That'll be pretty cool. So stay tuned for an unboxing video. Yeah. Noah with a little knife cutting into the video, and I don't know how you do one, but we'll make it up as we go along, won't we, buddy?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so Noah, have you got anything to add?
Okay, everybody, please like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you'll be notified whenever we post a new video, and so that you won't miss a second of us.
Won't miss a second of us. Now, that sounds appealing to me. That sounds appealing to me. So that is it. Thank you very much for tuning in again. We really appreciate all the support.
Oh, by the way, we got a new friend, Piplup.
Oh yeah, Piplup as well. Yeah, try and sit him down. See if he sits down. This is why he's not on the desk. This is why he's, see, terrible drunk. Anyway, apart from us and some drunk Pokemon, thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We were overwhelmed by the amount of views on the first video. In like a day, it got like over 90 views, something like that, which doesn't sound a lot when you look at these YouTubers with millions, but we started this as just a bit of a laugh and shared it with some friends, and that was it. So 90 people was fantastic.
We're on our rise to fame.
Yeah, and the only reason we want to get to 100 subscribers minimum is so we can get our own personalized URL on YouTube, because at the moment
right now we're like /ZWAXY6197873.
it's really catchy, but it's like a robot name, and we don't want robot names, do we? No. We want a real name. So we want it to be youtube.com/Gingy Bread Gaming. It's not at the moment, but it will be. Okay, so if you can like and subscribe, that would be great. We would appreciate it, wouldn't we, mate? You don't need to do it to watch our videos. Views are fantastic, and that's all we do it for. We do it for the views, so people can see it.
If you turn notifications off for YouTube, that's fine. Just look on YouTube.
I mean, just look into your heart to keep them on, so you can watch it, but you don't have to. You know, do what you want. So thanks again, and from me, goodbye, and from Noah,
goodbye.
Goodbye.
So, we'll see you next video. Goodbye.
Bye.